is just get a big enough force here. He needs to cancel that Nexus. There we go. Cancels the Nexus. Is he gonna? If he can clean up these Zerglings, I think he'll be able to take game 2. But is that force field actually denying that Nexus from going down? Oh, okay. I was about to say that would be very unfortunate. If I was Royal, I would probably move these. There you go. Move them closer so that they can be using that range advantage that they have. So, and he's got these covering those while covering the 2 that are tunneling right now. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with these Zerglings, to see if he goes for any kind of tech or if he goes for a odd expansion. Ooh, he does see the little sneaky probe over here. He is going to try and clean that up. Is Gatored going to continue to warp in units on the high ground here and just try and push in from the natural? Is he going to try and do a 2-pronged attack with these forces and the ones up here? I really don't know at this point. So Royal going to move out. I think he realizes that Gatored is not going to move into that. He is wisely going to take the high yield expansion. That's very, very smart play there. So he's gonna, ooh, hallucination, very smart by Gatored. Nice transition there. Probably gonna hallucinate some zealots here, some sentries or some stalkers. Make these spine crawlers waste their energy on that. Because I mean, these 4 sentries up here have full energy. They have enough for 8 hallucinations in the batch. So we could be seeing some interesting play here. Royal going for the, like I said, going for the gold expansion. That's very smart. Trying to catch up here because he is down one expansion right now, and as Zerg, that's really what you don't want. I mean, we look at the income tab, and the harvest count is actually the same, but Gatored is on 2 bases, where Royal is just on 1. So really oversaturation here. Quickly going for the infestation pit, going for infestors. I like this play. Very nice transition. He knows that he's not going to be able to get a high amount of units out. Good play with the detector there. Let's see if we see any kind of warp prisms. Yes, that's what I was hoping we'd see. See if we can't get some kind of, where does it look like this warp prism is going? He is going to try and potentially warp into the back, not really sure, or is he going to try and just airlift these units out of there? He may be trying to get these units home safely, so I like that we're going to see infestors from Royal. He is getting that neuroparasite, so these infestors will pop with enough energy to fungal growth right out of the gate. So I think he's going to try and use this warp prism to just get units out of there. That would be probably wise on his part, because really he's not going to be able to break down on this. And Royal throwing down some more spine crawlers there, using these 3 to try and push off any potential any potential attacks from that side. So yes, indeed he is. It does look like he is going to be loading up here. Maybe. Are we going to see a load up? So let's see if oh, realizes that real fast because of the cannon there. I would really like to see Gatored load these up and unload them, because I mean, he's not going to be able to get down to this through this. Are we going to see some hallucination play, or are these units just going to run past? Huh. Oh, loses a sentry full of units. That's not going to be good. Ooh, nice. Colossus. This is an actual Colossus. This is not a hallucinated Colossus. Oh, does Gatored even know that he's basically losing units here? Oh my gosh, what is he doing? He's basically just sending these units into their death. Oh, that was a bad play by Gatored there. Just sending those units basically to die while his main force is now here, and that will kind of even up the army supply there, and that was definitely a bad play by Gatored, definitely costing him a lot. He could have gotten those units out of there pretty easily and used them later. These infestors do not have neural parasite, but it is on the way. That one Colossus is going to be really or now 2 Colossus. Those 2 Colossuses are going to look really nice to try and mind control for Royal. Let's see if he can do it. So we will see what he will be able to do with these Colossus and infestors coming out. So now up to 6 infestors. Pretty heavy Zergling numbers, But the ball for Gatored not really looking as strong as it could have been if he had been able to save those units. It'll be interesting to see if Royal will push back up into his, or will expand back into his original main. I think these Zerglings are just trying to make sure that there's no kind of shenanigans going on with this warp prism here. He will be able to warp units in if he does go into the phasing mode. So not a too threatening army, I feel, for Gatored. I feel like his army should be much scarier than this. He does have a lot of extra gas right now. He probably should be pulling workers off of gas just because he's got so much and transitioning into more minerals. Wisely throwing down the high yield expansion, get those minerals back up. Need to see these gateways turn into warp gates. He's now got 4 warp gates, gonna be 6 once he puts those into the warp position, or warp. They're morphing those into warp gates. Good deal. I would really like to see more ground units or gateway units. There we go. Oh, High Templar, very wise choice there. Going to be able to use the feedback on these infestors, which will be very, very helpful. These infestors are basically just sitting here gaining up a bunch of energy, so they will be very, very... Oh, never mind. Not going to use feedback at all. He says, I will be going for Archons. So we may be seeing the Archons getting mind-controlled or the Colossus getting mind-controlled. A lot of high-priority targets for that Neural Parasite right now. He's got 10 Infestors, so all of which I believe have enough energy for a Neural Parasite, as well as a couple of Fungal Growths. So looks like he prematurely transferred those probes. See if he'll turn them around or not. A lot more gateways getting thrown down here. Is he researching Psystorm? I do like the charge being researched, though. That is a good play by Gatored, able to get those Zealots in there real fast, because he does have pretty high levels Zealot counts. So we're going to hallucinate some Phoenixes here to do a little bit of scouting. Phoenixes, how long? Oh, Baneling Nest. We're going to see some Banelings in here. Getting the speed as well for the Banelings. Are we working on any kind of upgrades here? Ventral Sacs. Oh my gosh. You know what we could be seeing here? We could be seeing some Bane Rain. And there we go. Royal, like I said, expanding back up into his natural. He's still got a lot of energy there. We could be seeing some Bane Rain. Oh my gosh, Gatored, you gotta see these. Look at those Banelings. Get those Banelings before they pop. Very nice. But there are a lot of Banelings in here. Going to be able to clean a lot of that up. One of the Colossus is mind control. He's mind control hallucination. Very good play by Gatored there. Hallucinating a Colossus. Gets the mind control on the hallucinated Colossus, which means that the mind control will do 0 damage, but is getting mind control on some of these Archons. Needs to clean up those Infestors. I think that's all of them. There's the GG by Royal. So very interesting game there with the pylon and the units kind of getting stuck up here on the high ground. I think if Gatored could have pulled those units down a little bit quicker, this game would have been over a little bit, quite a bit sooner. Had a bit of a blunder right here with the force field, and then basically getting free kills with these spine crawlers. But Gatored able to transition out of that very well. I gotta hand it to Royal though, trying to claw his way back up. I mean, he did what he needed to do. He got it. He got his tech up. He expanded a couple times. He just was at such a big disadvantage after that spawning pool and the main went down. I mean, losing your spawning pool, losing your main, that's a ton of resources you lose. Plus, you also get put back the time that it took for your spawning pool to go down. You got to remake your spawning pool. You can't make any Zerglings. All you can make at that point is drones. So, very, very good game in my opinion out of that one. Good switch by Gatored going Colossus. He knew that he wasn't going to see any kind of Ultralisks or the Brood Lords or anything like that, just because he had denied Royal any kind of early quick tech. So that was game 2. The series is now 2-0 in Gatored's favor. So we will be going straight into game 3 here. This is from the ZOTAC US number 17 Cup, and this has been SC Southern Style signing out.